Everybody, welcome back to In the Pit with Jeff. I haven't done a video for a while, so I thought I'd just do a little short one just to show you that we're still alive and plugging away. It's February the 19th here in Brantford, Ontario, Canada. We had our freezing rain yesterday evening, so everything's an ice rink out there this morning, and also had a bit of a thunderstorm last night, which was kind of interesting. So what we've done so far here is I made my front bracket for the chin cowl, and then I just made up a bit of epoxy, put it on the firewall on the front, a little bit on the firewall at the back just to fuel proof it so that I could assemble the bracket and don't have to worry about removing it. Drilled our other wing mounting bolt. I just had to take my Forstner bit and drill the block down just a little bit more, just so the bolt would grab. I'll have to get some longer bolts. And I also had you can't see it. I don't think you can see it from in there. Let's see if I can get in there. I don't know if you can see down in, where's my finger? Down in there. I just had to space the bracket over 1/8 of an inch with a piece of plywood, only because I didn't want the hole too close to the edge of that block. And basically the blocks are just glued onto some light ply so that if you did have a whoopsie, the idea is the blocks on the wing are supposed to shear off. I took a bit of some balsa wood and just brought that gap up a little bit, and then just put some cyano over it, seal it up, and a quick coat of primer. Again, when this gets all ready for finishing, I'll be going over all the body work on it. But you know, the real airplanes all had ripples and dents and bings in them. Got the gaps up set up pretty good on that wing joint, and then bring it back around here, over here, go for a tour. My chin cowl, I got it done. Put the little inspection cover on there with the little simulated brass tubing for a hinge. Mine was a little soft, so I ended up just lay down some taping on the edges. I think it's just 6-ounce, might be some 6-ounce cloth, just to beef up the edges there. And then the beauty about doing 2 airplanes is I just took my piece of masking tape that I had, laid it along there, marked out my rivets, and I get a quick, I'll bring you down here for a minute, give you a quick gap spacing for here. I just took where are we here? Took a 3/16 drill bit, just mic'd it, and then just ran down the edges to just give me my nice even border all the way around there. Cowling, I did all the dings out in the front. I filled that all in with some of it I used some chop, put some chop in the inside at the front, laid some cloth inside the edges, strengthened that all up, sanded it down, gave it a coat of black, then a skim coat, did a skim coat of just the spot putty, sanded it down. So then it's pretty well ready for the 2K primer. I just gotta venture out to our local auto parts guy and get some. I took my cowl template, And then I just used, sorry about that, used some of the old clampies, clamped my cowl template down, lined everything up, cleaned up the openings here. Basically, that's for they're actually the carb vents. I did some looking, cleaned up the exhaust openings, and basically I had made these for my Mustang a while back, and these will go in here, but I'm gonna make new ones because the holes in that weren't the greatest. So what I had done back was I 3D printed this little jiggy here, so I can use that to lay out my holes, and just use a little punch and poke through, and then I can just flip it over and I'll get the opposite side, because this also has to have a curve to it, because of the curve of the cowl. So we'll work on that. Got my mold for the canopies. We just gotta pull those, get those done, and get going on that, and get the two front canopies mounted, front sections, so we can carry on. Other than that, we're getting closer. Let's bring this over here. This needs a little bit of, my chin cowl needs a bit of work still, but it's pretty well there. Where I built up here, I relieved it a little bit just to get the chin cowl to sit closer. And on mine, I got mine, this is raised up a little bit, so you'll actually get, if you look through the front, I don't know if you can see, you can actually get a bit of air out there. And then also the other idea is that the air coming through here, the Brian Taylor also just suggested like a manila cardboard tube or whatever, and run a duct in, and so it'd be over the servos and that, but going to the back, and then you can actually use all that, the scoops, to actually get rid of some air. Because, rule of thumb, for I guess for every square inch in, you want at least 2 square inches of air out, which really on this plane there isn't too much room for air to get out, but we'll work on that. It's getting close to where we're going to go. I might try my little riveting invention tool. I'll probably make a better handle for it, and maybe just use it to run around and do all my rivets. These are all just penciled on, so I was going to take the soldering gun and do that, but maybe because they were filled in on the real one and not that deep and showing, I might just run that wheel over, just so that the wing has some detailing on it. But other than that, we're getting close. Still have to do the brass gun barrels on it, wingtip lights and that. But we're getting close. Might take a break from both of them, and switch to something else. I got lots of little things in the shop here that we could putter on. So you guys just let me know if you want to change of pace, if you're getting bored of looking at this stuff. All right, everybody stay safe and have a great day from In the Pit. Thank you very much.